10 minutes are very important. If you're gonna sit down, sit down.
No
But
problem,
but you will not gonna understand because I'm trying to build a structure. If you're gonna miss the structure, everything would be like out of mind.
Can you start back the structure again, please?
Yes. So there are 6 sections divided into 3 rooms. One room, section 32, whether charter apply to the body. Second room is 2A, freedom of religion. Freedom of expression, we already knew.
That's in the second room as well.
Yeah, room number 2nd. 2A, 2B, section 7, life, liberty, security. And section 15, equal rights, listed ground, analogous ground. And room number 3 is Oakes test, section 1. Okay. So whether charter apply to the body, section 32, 2A, what right is going to be infringed? What right? Write it down. Write it down. What right? In room number 2, headline is what right is going to be infringed? Don't worry about it.
Religion, expression.
What right? Write it down. What right is going to be infringed? Okay, there was an issue. What right is going to be infringed from the given scenario? Maybe 2A, freedom of religion, maybe 2B, freedom of expression, maybe section 7, maybe section 15. Okay, room number 2, headline is what right is going to be infringed. Room number 3, jump into Oakes test. Write it down, whether law is justified under section 1. Room number 3, headline is whether law is justified under section 1. Okay. So there are 6 sections. Room number 1, whether charter apply to the body. Room number 2, 2A, freedom of religion. 2B, freedom of expression. Section 7, life, liberty, security. It has to be in accordance with the principle of fundamental justice. Section 15, equal rights. Everyone is equal before the law. Based on listed ground, based on analogous ground. Okay. And room number 3 is section 1, Oakes test, whether law is justified under section 1. How is going to work out? For example, I need your eye contact, computer guys. Do not write. Do not write. Just I need your eye contact. How 3 rooms going to work out? For example, I'm here. For example, I'm here. Okay. For example, I'm here. Okay. And this is whole Canada, right? So, for example, I want to become a police officer. I want to become a police officer, right? And you are taking my test. Okay. How much you gonna pay me? My name is Aamer Chaudhry. I'm a man, right? How much you gonna pay me? $20 to become a police officer. $20. But she's a woman, so you're gonna pay it $15, right? To become a police officer in the same capacity, in the same everything. I'm a newcomer. She's newcomer. I'm taking $20 because I'm a man. She's taking $15. So the lady, she is very upset because it's the same capacity, is the same everything. Why she is taking $15 from to become a police officer? Same capacity, right? So she is going to be disturbed. She is very upset. She gonna step out from the police department. She gonna come to your office. You all people are constitutional lawyer. You have to write a memorandum for that lady, right? Because your right is going to be infringed. What right is going to be infringed? Whether 2A is going to be infringed, 2B is going to be infringed, section 7 is going to be infringed, section 15 listed or analogous ground. I will explain each and everything, right? Okay. So first question always would, okay. Or second thing, for example, okay, sir. Right. Okay. So basically 3 sections. First question is always whether charter apply to the body. I just told you, you cannot be a okay. You are applying for police officer. You are very upset. So first question, you are going against the decision of the police department because your right is going to be infringed. First question, whether charter apply to the police department. Whether charter apply to the police department. This is my private office. This is my This is my private office. If I'm gonna say girls are not allowed in my private office, girls are very upset, step out from my office. Okay, then exam would start like this. Then they're gonna come to your office. You all people are constitutional lawyer. You have to write a memorandum for that lady. Start writing a memorandum in an exam. So first question, whether charter apply to
The office.
body is office, private office. Okay, right? For example, in airports, your right is going to be infringed in airports. Okay, in airports, and you are very upset. Step out again. Whether charter body mean okay. Now I need your eye contact. So which is the highest law making body in Canada? Which is the highest law making body in Canada? Federal government. So federal government cannot make any law which is against my Canadian constitution. What is Canadian constitution? Rule number 2, freedom of religion. I have a freedom of religion. Having a beard, turban, covering my face in a public area, having a kirpan in my area all the time, right? This is my freedom of religion. I can, okay. So federal parliament cannot make any law which is against the Canadian constitution. For example, okay, for example, okay, if federal parliament gonna make a law, you have to uncover your face in a public area. Okay, I would be very upset. Why I'm gonna uncover my face in a public area? Okay, so I was very upset because federal parliament is making a law. So I was very upset. Okay, I was step out, came to your office. You all people are constitutional lawyer. You have to write a memorandum for that Muslim lady. So whether this is appropriate law or this is not appropriate law. So first question is room number 1. Whether charter apply to federal government. Okay, whether charter apply to provincial government. Second body. Whether charter apply to city. Whether charter apply to Aamer office, which is a private office. Whether charter apply to hospital, charter apply to universities. First question is whether charter apply to body. Okay, which body? Because federal parliament, provincial government, city, okay, federal government, provincial government, municipality, ministers, officials, administrative officer and police officers are bound by the charter. They cannot make any law which is against the Canadian constitution. What is Canadian constitution? Room number 2. In Canada, these clearly within the criteria of section 32, clearly these bodies, federal government and governor in council, provincial government, lieutenant governor in council, municipality, ministers, officials, administrative officers, admin officer, like city officers, and police officers are clearly bound by the charter. They cannot make any law which is against the Canadian constitution. What is Canadian constitution? Room 2A, room 2, freedom of religion, freedom of expression, section 7, life, liberty, security, section 15, equal rights, right? Computer guys, now you are getting my point. If you have any question just regarding here.
Yes, sir, we are getting.
You are getting, okay? In Canada, federal parliament cannot make any law, provincial government cannot make any law which is against my Canadian constitution. What is my Canadian constitution? I have to cover my face in a public area. I have to beard, turban. I'm gonna carry turban. Okay, whatever, right? Whatever I can do. Freedom of religion. What is freedom of expression? What is freedom of expression? 2A is done. What is freedom
I have
of
a question. Can I ask a question here?
Yes, please.
Sir, but recently there was a bill in Quebec which is called Bill 21, which talked about the same restrictions. Now, even though Quebec is civil law jurisdiction,